You are Locked On Astros Postcast, part of Locked On Sports Houston on the Locked On Podcast Network. Your team every day.
This show will provide you level-headed response into a game where the Astros went out there and just lost thanks to Josh Hader. No, I'm kidding. I know that today is a day where you are going to say the world has ended, Josh Hader is the worst, and oh my God, the sky is falling. It did suck. What a horrible, horrible end to a great road trip for the Astros overall, where they go 6-4, but you would have thought they'd have a chance to be 7-3. Could not do anything offensively today. That's the biggest issue. The next biggest issue is, of course, the ninth inning. You hand the ball to your closer who is highly paid, which has nothing to do with the pitch given up, but it does have a lot to do with the story around him. And he has now given up 8 home runs on the season, Josh Hader, a guy that gave up 3 all of last year for San Diego. It's been a lot, and gave up 2 of them in this series, of course. Gave up the grand slam to Carlos Correa on Friday night. Only one of those runs went to him, but gave up that grand slam that made that a one-run baseball game at that point. He has a problem with the long ball this year. Simple as that. Today's episode of the Locked On Astros Postcast is brought to you by Tax Network USA. Did you know that it's never too late to resolve your tax issues with the IRS? Don't wait. Reduce your tax debt and get help from a team of licensed tax professionals. Call 1-800-549-1000 or visit tnusa.com/locked-on. It just sucks. It sucks to... It sucks to lose baseball games that way. It sucks to go through a day where, you look like you could have had them on the ropes quite a bit throughout the baseball game, and you basically did nothing throughout the game today offensively. And it sucks when you have a guy that's supposed to be nails at the back end. And look, all 3 guys today, all 3 of them. And this has kind of been the story of the season for the high leverage relievers. Of course, Abreu comes in like he always does and lets guys get on base, gives up hits. I'm telling you, you guys that are duping yourself into believing that there's nothing wrong with Brian Abreu, you're wrong. He's been the most uncomfortable person to watch. Presley comes in and gets a couple guys on immediately, and thank goodness gets a ground ball double play and then gets another weak ground ball there. That helps, but it also then goes to Josh. Something in my head when he came in, I immediately went to him like, well, he gives up a lot of home runs. He's probably going to give up a home run here. Maybe you know what Josh Hader was probably doing, guys. I've got it figured out. I know why Josh Hader gave the home run. They probably had a team meeting down in the tunnel before the inning, and they said, look, guys, there's a hurricane on its way to Houston. We don't want to fly into the bad weather tonight that could be coming in. We need to get out of here ASAP. Josh, go out there and give up a home run right now, and let's go ahead and end this thing. That's what it was. Josh Hader was just taking one for the team. He's trying to get the team back to Houston before the storms got really bad. I figured it out. You're welcome. You're absolutely welcome. I'm not going to W.C. Garrett. Like, this is what I'm talking. You don't have to be the sky is falling that the Marlins are going to come in and win 2 of 3. Like, come on, man. The Marlins stink. Don't let this one loss, I will give you that. Don't let this one loss cloud what the Astros have done recently. They've won, 13 of their last 17 baseball games. They did go 6-4 on the road trip, which was really good for a 10-game road trip that had one day off in it, that they survived 2 bullpen days as well. Like, I will give them that. I will, again, sit here and tell you that it is frustrating as you know what, that the $95 million closer has come in this year. And ERA is not everything for a reliever because there's a lot of stats for Josh Hader that are elite this year. And I'm talking strikeouts. I'm talking whip numbers are getting down in that spot for him. He's he's got a lot of numbers that point to being a very good pitcher, but he's going through it a lot like a hitter right now can go through a slump as well. He is in some sort of slump. That is how many outings now of his last 4 of his last 6 outings, he has given up a solo home run. Or excuse me, not a solo home. He gave up a home run. Of course, the Correa one was a grand slam. The other ones were all solo shots. Look, you can't do that. And he knows that. They all know that. And, it makes it even more frustrating because you do it to, one, a former Astro who helped you win a World Series in 2022, but also to a guy that has been, since Christian Vasquez went to the Twins, he's been booty flakes when it comes to hitting the baseball. He has. He's not good. That actually raised his batting average to over 204. You literally let Christian Vasquez today beat you. Christian Vasquez drove in all 3 runs for the Twins in this baseball game. Unbelievable. Unbelievable that's what the baseball game equated to. It does not help for the Astros today, of course. Altuve's back from the hand. It's got to be bugging him still. You're without Kyle Tucker still, and then you're also now without Yordan Alvarez after he got plunked in the knee. That doesn't help. That does not help your offense one bit. That you have all those guys out, and the Twins pitching today did enough to get by and keep you at bay. Your pitching might not have been the best today, but it also gave you the chance to stay in the baseball game. And look, they did. Spencer Arrighetti, 5 innings pitched today, 2 runs. Was it perfect? No. We'll talk about him in a minute. King for a scoreless outing. Brian Abreu, even if it's not clean, it was scoreless. Same for Ryan Presley, not clean, was scoreless. And, of course, Josh Hader. Just one of those days where you just want to, would I like to rear back and punch the camera? Sure, why not? But you know what? I'm not going to do it. I'm going to stay calm today. They come back home, and play the Marlins and the Rangers, and if they screw around and do some dumb stuff in those series, then yeah, I'll go ahead and punch something, yell at something, get some sort of anger out. That's where I'll be with this baseball team if that happens. We'll get into the bats today. Not doing much. We'll talk Spencer Arrighetti, how this lineup as well can overcome not having Yordan for who knows how long, because he, of course, misses the baseball game today. Got a lot more to get into. If you're new to the channel today, thank you for stopping by and saying hello. You can hit the subscribe button, and you will know every time that we are going to do one of these shows. I haven't looked at our update, by the way. We are going to be doing, let's see, I think did we hit the 1,300 subscriber mark yesterday because of you guys? Oh, we're 3 short. Come on, people. 3 people away from 1,300 subscribers on YouTube. I appreciate all of you that have already subscribed, but we can make that number. We can get 3 more before the end of this show. Let's go. You guys know you got it in you. Let's get into Arrighetti. Let's get into the other guys that have gone out there bats-wise today that did not do much, and we'll do that all here in a very quick second on the Locked On Astros Postcast. You know what can make the games better, especially on days where, things aren't going all that well? It's playing PrizePicks. Have you played PrizePicks yet? If not, what are you waiting for? If you don't know what it is, well, it's the #1 daily fantasy sports app with over 5 million active members. Yeah, duh. How do you not know that? You can get in on that daily action with your friends, become part of the PrizePicks community today. You can also now win up to 100 times your money on PrizePicks with as little as 4 correct picks. You can turn $10 into $1,000 just like that. PrizePicks available in more than 30 states across the country, including California, Texas, and Georgia. It's a great place to make games, like I said, a lot more exciting. I've played it quite a bit. You can get in on the action as well by playing PrizePicks on a daily basis. Download the PrizePicks app today. PrizePicks app today and use code LOCKEDONMLB for a first deposit match up to $100. Again, that's Locked On MLB on PrizePicks for a deposit match up to $100. Pick more, pick less. It's that easy. And one more reminder from me before we get back to our Astros discussion after they fall to the Minnesota Twins today to lose the 3-game series. And that's telling you about the folks at Tax Network USA. Here at the Locked On Astros Postcast, we pride ourselves, of course, on getting you all the latest news in your team, whether it's the offseason, the draft, spring training, or the playoffs. It's year-round. But you know what else is year-round? Collection season. Just because tax season is over doesn't mean the IRS will stop coming after you for your unfiled taxes. The IRS can garnish your wages, levy your bank accounts, and even seize your property. Don't let the IRS target you. Let the licensed professionals and tax experts at Tax Network USA go to bat for you. With over 14 years of experience and an A-plus rating by the Better Business Bureau, Tax Network USA has saved their clients over $1 billion in tax debt. Whether you owe taxes, have complicated matters that require tax planning, or finally hit that parlay this season and need help correctly filing, call 1-800-549-1000 or visit tnusa.com/lockedon. Be sure to mention the Locked On Astros Postcast at checkout, and you'll receive a $250 discount off their services. I was slow on that one. Thanks for joining us here for the Locked On Astros Postcast. I try to hit that one little spot where we hit the graphics there to get my drink of water in between our commercials and getting back to the discussion. Hey, look, the Astros are they lost a series here. It is what it is. It stinks. You'd like to see them not lose series. They need to, of course, win as many series as they can based on where they are in the standings and everything, which I need to go ahead and take an update on what's going on. I'm going to be honest with you guys. After the postcast yesterday, I never checked back on the Mariners. Okay, good. They did lose yesterday. They're currently winning 1-0 in the bottom of the third as we do this show. I went to the movies after the thing yesterday, so we did not check in on that at all. But the Mariners currently beating the Blue Jays 1-0 in the third. Ooh, the Rangers are putting it on the Rays today, so they're going to gain a game on the Astros in the American League West. I don't think that you need to worry about them a lot, but you can't completely ignore them. It'd be silly to ignore them behind you. We'll see what happens with that. And by the way, just again, a quick mention. I know that we'll see, I'm sure the Astros are going to try and get out of there as quickly as they can, get over to the airport and get back to Houston. I hope you guys are safe. You're ready to go. I don't exactly know how bad this is going to be tomorrow, obviously. You just watch the news like you guys do. It seems like it's going to at least move through pretty quickly, the hurricane or tropical storm, whatever it's going to be when it gets here. But stay safe. Don't go out. Don't do whatever. Hopefully power doesn't get knocked out, and if it does, hopefully it's not out too long. Hopefully we'll be back by Tuesday so we can do the postcast. Probably a good thing for the Astros. They have the day off tomorrow, even though I think it's supposed to be clear of Houston by the time they would play a baseball game tomorrow. But that helps, of course. But I'm sure they're really excited to try and get back home, but they also need to go ahead and, get back home. And I'm going to be honest with you guys. And look, I'm looking at the comments here. Like, I've seen this comment a few times. Please explain. Like, Daniel, you're the latest one to put it. And you might have put it earlier as well. So yeah, you put it at the very beginning too. How did Joe Espada lose the Astros the baseball game today? Please, I would like to see an explanation. You just keep saying that Joe Espada lost the Astros the baseball game today. How? I don't get it. Joe Espada's team lost 3-2. He didn't go up there and swing the bats for his players. Did Josh Hader give up a home run? Sure, but he is the closer. I mean, you got to use him. It is what it is. Not every pitcher is ever going to be perfect. I get it. I'm mad about it as well. But I think it's asinine to say that, or just to go to we did this during the Dusty Baker era. We did it during the AJ Hinch era. To constantly be like, oh, the manager lost me the baseball game today. Okay. I mean, like, if that's the way you want to view it, it's just, at what point do you not put the What point do you not put the responsibility on the players that get paid, to do it? Okay, like you guys want to bunt and everything. I get that. I see the comments about the bunt and everything, but like, there's no guarantee the guys behind him even get the bunt down. I don't know. That didn't cost them the baseball game today. What cost them the baseball game today is the team didn't hit. The Astros had 5 hits in the game. Again, be mad at the team. Be mad at the team for going out there and not getting hits. Like, be mad at the guys that get paid to do the actual functioning thing called playing baseball, who had 5 hits in the baseball game, struck out 7 times. They did walk 3, went 1 for 6 with runners in scoring position, and they left 6 men on base. Like, hold them accountable. They play the game. But there wasn't a bunch of egregious things that happened in the baseball game that Joe Ibotta did that makes them, do it or give it up. This is what it is. He didn't tell Josh Hader to throw one over the middle of the plate for Christian Vasquez to hit over the fence to end the baseball game and not give you a chance to win in an extra inning. So, like, I get it. We always want to find, we always want to find somebody to blame, but like I just find it odd, the constant got to go right to blaming the manager. Like, I guess I'm kind of like that in all sports. Football, it's a little bit different because you can really complain about game plan and decisions on play calls and whatnot that matter. But like these guys that go out and play it, they're the ones that got to perform. Today, the Astros players didn't perform. They also didn't have everybody. They didn't have their biggest weapon as well. And they got a banged-up second baseman playing today after taking 1 day off from getting hit on the hand. Probably should have taken the day off as well. Just, it's a 162-game season. And if you keep going to every time they lose, Ibotta this, Ibotta that, it's trash, it's terrible, it's the worst, he's the worst manager, he cost them wins. Like, you're just saying it to say it because for some reason you're in your feels about him. I don't necessarily understand what Joe Espada has done to make anybody be that irritated with him. Like, did the start of the season suck? Yeah. I know. Okay, apparently I don't understand. I see the comment, Daniel. I do understand that you're mad. Like, I get it. I get it that you're mad. But it's a blanket statement. And to be honest with you, it's the laziest statement you could make when you go and blame somebody or for something in baseball. It truly is. If he went and made an egregious decision in the baseball game, like that, you say he has spotted, like the next one, Gregory there says, Espada's not a smart man. You don't know it's Joe Espada, do you? Have you ever met him? You ever spoken to him? You don't know that. I have. I can tell you he is a smart guy. The reason why he has his job. Hey, look, I get it. In the heat of the moment, like, we're mad about it. Again, we got to find somebody to be mad at. It is what it is. He's literally, you just go back and look at the way that Dusty, outside of being more analytical with lineup decisions, he's doing the same things Dusty Baker did. He did the same thing. They're doing the same things A.J. Hinch did, just like Dusty did. They all do the same thing. They all manage basically the same way with small little tinkering here and there. The effect of a manager on a baseball game isn't as vast as a lot of people want to make it out to be. It's just not. It's on a guy in the box versus a guy 60 feet 6 inches away that's throwing it hard, trying to outduel him. It's on which one of them is going to perform, and then which team can get theirs to perform consistently better than the other throughout the game. That's what it comes down to. And today, the Astros hitters went up there, and they didn't do anything. Just didn't. That's the biggest reason why they lost the baseball game today. It's that simple. It's not some complex thing. There are elements of a game that can always be complex, of course, but the overall big picture is a pretty simple concept. Didn't perform. You're never going to win a baseball game typically when you only have 5 hits in the game. You're never going to win. You're typically, for the most part, you're not going to win baseball games when you have 2 runs scored. Could you have given yourself a better opportunity late to bunt them over? Yeah. But to act like that's a guarantee that you're scoring a run, it's not true. There's no guarantee that you're getting the bunt down. I don't know if you know this too about bunting in baseball in 2024. If you ever go to an Astros game, go early, watch batting practice. They take bunting practice to start their rounds, and it's about 4 to 5 bunts. These guys can't bunt. They don't teach it anymore. They don't. Nobody teaches it. It's not just the pro level, it's from the youth level up. Bunting doesn't exist the same way it used to. It just doesn't. Because we live in a world with a game where the analytics tell you bunting is silly. Bunting gives away outs. And they don't do that in this sport. They run off numbers. So again, I can understand that you want a bunt. And I don't think the bunt is the worst idea in the world in that situation to get them over and give yourself a chance. But it's no guarantee. And you can't act like it's a guarantee. It just increases the possibility. But even the thought of, they get the bunt down. I can't guarantee you that. I've watched enough of these guys try to bunt just in practice alone. They can't do it. Now, you could be mad at the system of baseball that they don't coach it that way anymore, but they don't. Simple as that. Let's talk about the Marlins series coming up. It's an important one for the Astros. The final stretch before the All-Star break. Coming home for 6. We'll do that here in a brief second on Locked On Astros Postcast. Right now, I want to tell you that, I love sports. You love sports. We love them so much, we never want them to stop. But, of course, the NBA playoffs have finally come and gone. We're into full-on baseball mode, and we get fewer games overall. The sports, they're just not sportsing like we always necessarily want them to. But FanDuel, they let me keep the sports going whenever I want. All I have to do is open the app and dream up any bets anytime I'm in the mood. And this summer, FanDuel is hooking up all customers with a boost or a bonus daily. That's right. There's something for everyone every day, all summer long. So head over to FanDuel.com and start making the most of your summer. FanDuel, the official sports betting partner of Major League Baseball. Locked on Astros Postcast for a few more minutes here on... Say Sunday? Yeah, it is Sunday. The Astros lose to the Twins today. Walk-off home run for Christian Vasquez. Appreciate you guys stopping by. We were trying to get to Did we get to 1,300? Did we do it yet? Oh, come on, guys. Hit the subscribe button so we get to 1,300. We're almost there. Make it happen before the end of the show. I believe in you. Just like I believe in the Astros still. Even though they lost 2 out of 3 this weekend. A successful road trip. They won 6 out of the 10. Anytime you go on the road and do that, I'm going to be a happy man. Am I pleased that it ended the way that it did? No, of course not. It does happen in this sport. Update on the Mariners. It looks like, yes, the Mariners have given up the lead. It's tied 1-1 in the 4th as we do this recording of this show. So go Blue Jays, go. Help the Astros out and that they don't have to drop a game in the American League West. They can be 3 out. The Astros coming home now, which again, hopefully they'll be able to get into town here without an issue. I know that that's already kind of up in the – now they've got a charter, which matters. I just actually earlier picked up my mother-in-law from the airport, and that's already a bit of a nightmare trying to get planes in and whatnot. So hopefully they get in, no problem. The Marlins are also coming to town as well. Both teams going to have the day off tomorrow. In Houston. So I'm going to guess, like most of you, they're not going to be doing anything. But this is a series that you got to go out and take it minimum 2 out of 3. Simple as that. It's never a guarantee. It's never a guarantee against any team in baseball. I mean, look, the damn Oakland A's yesterday went out and put up like 19 on the Orioles yesterday. We don't have the pitching for the Astros here yet. I can tell you this: the Marlins are going with name 5 Marlins. If you sit here and tell me name 5 Marlins, I don't believe you. Trevor Rogers will go on Tuesday. He's 1-9 with a 4.91 ERA. Wednesday, they're going to go with a man named Brian Hoeing. He's 0-1 with a 1.99. And then on Thursday, all 7-10 games, by the way, they're going to go with a man named Roddery Munoz. You don't know any Marlins players. I don't know any Marlins players. All I know is that they stink. They're 32-58. The Astros. Oh, yeah, you guys are right. I do know those two names. Jazz Chisholm. Yes. And Josh Bell. He's a Texas guy. He's from Luzardo to Sandy Alcantara. Damn it. Okay, maybe we can name 5 Marlins. But you can't name 10. You don't watch the Marlins. I don't watch them. I didn't watch a single Marlins game at all. They stink. You better take 2 out of 3 minimum. If you don't, yeah, we'll do these shows. We'll do these shows with a little bit of anger if they're dropping games at the Marlins consistently. So we'll see exactly what happens. Stop Googling Marlins. You guys are all lying. I'm kidding. Appreciate you guys stopping by today, saying hello. We'll be back, of course, Tuesday night, hopefully. I know the storm's going to be well gone by then, but again, hopefully no power gets knocked out for an extended period of time in the city. In all seriousness, thank you for hitting the subscribe button. I hope that you guys are safe tomorrow. Take care of what you need to take care of this afternoon. Get ready for the morning tomorrow as the hurricane, tropical storm, whatever it is going to hit. Comes our way. Hope you guys, again, are safe. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. I will talk to y'all Tuesday night right here on the Locked On Astros Postcast.